So the before solution, we were talking about the identity services engine, and that was access control. The during solution was our threat detection. We found a way we can marry those two solutions. They were very singular in nature. Now we found a way to marry them through something called pxGrid, Platform Exchange Grid. That's the unified platform I was talking about that allows us to share information between our own solutions and allows third-party best-of-breed vendors to participate in this information sharing pool without the need for using platform-specific APIs. So to give you an example, we've married the before and during, and we've called it something called rapid threat containment. So I'm just going to give you an example of how this looks and works, and then we're going to bring in an after category and throw a best-of-breed SIM into the mix so we can use it for logging, okay? So let's just say a user's behavior is deviating from the baseline. And our sensors, that during category, they're going to detect the deviation. But in the past, this was all singular. Now, our sensors, along with Defense Center, the management console, is connected to the identity services engine. And remember, the identity services engine is housing all of the clients. That's the central traffic app. So now, if I see behavior X, I can push actionable response Y to the user endpoint. Which means, an example, if I see behavior that is deviating from what we consider to be the norm, influx in traffic, someone using a port or protocol they shouldn't be, someone using an application that are lighting up that they didn't use in the past, I can shut down their port. I can put them in an internet-only access VLAN. I can push a downloadable ACL which locks them into a particular destination and or port, whatever we deem appropriate. So now we're introducing a level of automation which will decrease admin time and attention. So the working components are a controller and an agent. The controller resides on the identity services engine. The agent resides on the third-party vendor out there, their software. So you take this third-party vendor and integrate it into pxGrid, into the Platform Exchange Grid one time, and you configure what the relationship is going to be like. Am I going to publish information? Am I going to subscribe to information? Is the traffic going to be unidirectional, bidirectional? How do I want this relationship to be set up? What variables do I want to share with the pool? And it's going to allow all of these best-of-breed vendors to consume information and context that's relative to whatever solution they're using. pxGrid controller, which is the identity services engine, that can be the center, and you could start connecting in best-of-breed third-party solutions for vulnerability management, for SIM technology. Let me show you the categories here. So up in the top left there, vulnerability management. If you wanted vulnerability management, you can have market leaders like Tenable, Nessus, Rapid7 connect into this and publish or subscribe to information. Incident response, you may have heard of Landcope, StealthWatch, et cetera. They all participate as well. If you want infrastructure and mobility, you want a little bit more functionality from that perspective, you have a gamut of different best-of-breed vendors there, SIMs, like IBM, ArcSight, Logarithm, Splunk, et cetera. It's up to you. Choose whomever you want to use. They're all participating in this now. So they started with maybe 5 different vendors. They're up to 40 or 50 now. So we believe this is a step in the right direction.